Hi everyone and welcome back to another video here on Jurassic Collectibles. As you can see before you, we have got the massive Kenner haul that I received recently. I say Kenner, there's a few Hasbro figures in here as well, and it goes all the way from Jurassic Park right up to Jurassic World, so a really cool assortment of toys here. And I thought in this video, I have never owned any of these toys before apart from the Dilophosaurus. I've never had any of the other figures in a collection of mine, so I thought it would be really fun to take my first look at them with all of you. So with all of that said, let's begin by taking a closer look at some of these action figures. Now I'm gonna be a little bit counterintuitive, and I'm gonna move a lot of the figures out of the way just purely for the sake of focus, just so I can make sure that everything is in focus. Now I am not necessarily gonna know all of the names of the dinosaurs. I know all of the dinosaurs I've got here, but I won't necessarily know their Kenner toy name. So do let me know in the comments below what your favourite one from this lot is and what it looks like. We will move these to here. Now I will say I'm filming this on our second heat wave, so it is 30 degrees and I've got studio lights on, so it is very warm. So this may be a quicker video than I perhaps was planning initially. We'll just see how it goes. So you can see here we have got the original rubber Triceratops. You have the head that is it detached, I think? Yes, the head is detached. But you can see... Are we on autofocus mode? I think, no we're not, that explains a lot. You can see we have got this really cool Triceratops. This is one of the classic Jurassic Park Triceratops, so you can see just there. You've got the JP3, and it's got this really cool sort of grey and blacky brown colour scheme, which works really well. I really do like this one. It's really cool having this larger scale, because obviously it's designed for 5-inch figures. Triceratops, it's just really awesome. And the cool thing with this trike is it has got the battle damage. So just there we can pull that out, and you can see there some of the insides of the Triceratops as if it's been attacked. So really cool feature on this one. I won't put it back in first time. Oh, maybe I will. There we go. And we're going to keep moving. I've got to move at pace because I don't want this to be a super long video per se. Although we'll see. Maybe it will be. We'll just see how we go. So the next video we have got is the JP3 Dilophosaurus, as you can see here, and the paint on that frill is gorgeous. There's some really cool white paint ups on the head, and then some really great paint for the body. You've got this white, almost, it kind of feels skeletal with the texturing in there. You've got this area here with the ribs exposed, a button that if there were batteries in it would trigger a play feature. You've got the underbelly, you can see the battery compartment, these really nice lime green highlights all across. There's so many different colours of paint. You've got finger claws painted, something that I would love to see Mattel do more, and just so much detail packed in across this figure. You can see the Jurassic Park 3 logo, and just a really cool variant of the Dilophosaurus. I do wish the frill was up a little bit higher, but beyond that, this is an awesome figure. Now the next one we are going to go for is another JP3 figure, and this is the Tyrannosaurus Rex. So this, I assume, is modelled on the Rex from the initial introduction, as you can see just there. So you've got this Rex in this green colour scheme, with black going down the back. You've got dino damage just here. You've got really nice browns and blacks for the paint apps on this. You've got the JP3 logo. You've got the paint for the toe claws. And it just looks really, really cool. And I think it has a play feature. Yeah, in quite an interesting place. So just on the neck there. That makes the neck roar. So you can get it to roar. And I'm assuming that might even have a sound effect if you have batteries in it. So really cool version of the Tyrannosaurus Rex really. I really like the colour scheme on this. And one thing that's standing out to me with the Kenner line, really, or the Hasbro toys even, because this might be a Hasbro one, is there is so much more paint apps on these than really any of the core line Jurassic World assortment that we've currently got from Mattel. So it's really interesting seeing that comparison where Mattel have perhaps got better sculpts, but they don't necessarily have as much in the way of paint applications. We'll go for another Triceratops here, which is another classic Jurassic Park Triceratops, as you can see just there. And this one is awesome. This has got a really old school, almost McDonald's toy type feel to it, is how I would describe it. It feels really rugged. You can feel that it's a toy that you want to play with, essentially. And it feels like it's going to survive a lot of play. I don't know how you trigger the play feature on this one. I'm assuming you can open and close the mouth potentially. Maybe not, but you can see there you've got this really, really cool face paint, a mouth that's open. Would have loved to have seen that on the Hammond Collection trike, which we will be looking at on the channel very soon. And also that all-important underbelly paint as well. So really, really cool trike as well, actually. And then next, what shall we go on to next, guys? Let's go for what I believe is the sort of classic film style Spinosaurus. So you can see here, we have got this gorgeous looking Spinosaurus. You've got some really nice paint on the face there. You've got again the button in the neck for the jaws. So obviously this would pair with the Rex. You've got that gorgeous looking dino damage, really nice paint in the sail, the JP3 logo, the underbelly paint, the finger claw paint, which looks absolutely fantastic. Just a really, really gorgeous figure, and I'm honestly blown away by the paint applications on these figures. They really, really are phenomenal, and really what I hope that the kind of standard I want to see from the Hammond collection going forwards as well, really. I think that would be really awesome. We'll go for a Jurassic World toy next. This is the Stegoceratops, the hybrid that was prototyped in the Jurassic World lab. You can see permanent dino damage on this one. Really, really cool paint apps for the sort of crest, the head. You do sadly have the screw holes on one side, but a decent figure with an interesting play feature. It looks like it pushes the neck out. That is very interesting. But yeah, a cool play feature. Cool figure. Really, really cool, actually. Really awesome to have the initial hybrid from Jurassic World that we see in Dr. Wu's lab. Now, what do I want to go with next? We'll take a quick look at this. This is the Squirter Dilophosaurus. Obviously, I've already got this one, as I've said in other videos, thanks to my friend Joseph. So we won't look at this too long. You can see JP02 and that gorgeous classic Dilophosaurus sculpt that we've all come to know and love. So another cool figure. Now what we do have that I didn't have before is the alternate colour version of this Dilophosaurus. So you can see we've got this version that has got a different play feature which lets you pull on the arm to make it roar, which is really cool. You can see obviously it's really bright in the studio, so this has got quite a bright appearance to it. It's got this sort of off-white colour for the underbelly, and then you've got this dark green and there's some pinks layered in as well. And it looks like a really, really cool version of the Dilophosaurus, actually. Really, really awesome figure. So that's that one. We've got another one that looks very, very similar to that version of the Dilophosaurus, which is the exact same sculpt actually, I think, and possibly the same figure, just with the frill on it, as you can see here. So here you've got that gorgeous frill. You can make it open up as if it's about to spit at Dennis Nedry, and the frill looks great. You can see there is so much colour on that. That is really, really well done. So very, very happy with that one. And actually, I think I could probably get the frill. There we go. Look at that. That is perfect. Cool. I might have to take some photos with this one soon. But yeah, really nice version of the Dilophosaurus. So clearly the Dilophosaurus was a big part of the toy line. I'd be interested to know below if you know how many there were. Do let me know, because that would be quite fascinating to me. Then we're going to go for the Lost World next, I believe. Which is this, the Juvenile Tyrannosaurus Rex. And this is a really cool figure. I really like the paint apps on this one. You can see there is a opening jaw, and that is just purely an articulation joint. It's not tied into a play feature. And the main play feature on this one, as far as I can tell, is the fact that you have the ability to sort of pull on the leg and show some bone, which is a really, really gruesome play feature, but I love it. It's so cool. I don't know if that's like as far as it'll go. I don't really want to break it, but it's a really cool play feature. And you can see there's a small gap there where I believe a cast could be connected to this. So really cool rendition of the Juvenile Rex, actually. Something I've never really seen done in this style before. So really, really happy to have this one. And we'll bring in a few more figures. We've got a few more to look at here. We do have the dino damage bits and pieces. If you know what figures these go on, please do let me know so I can display them with them. We've got this piece. And then this piece as well. This I almost thought was like a pole for Pachycephalosaurus at first, but it's not, I don't think. Right, so we'll bring everything else in. Save my favourite for the end. We have got another juvenile or mini Triceratops, as you can see there. Really, really cool paint apps. Even got the little JP logo still. And then we have got, what do we want to go with next? We'll go for the Celophysis. So this is really cool to me. It's a figure that's mostly rubberized. So you can bend the head and the neck around. You can see that there. You can bend the tail around. It's just a really, really interesting style for a dinosaur toy, and I think it is awesome. Okay, and then next let's go for an aerial animal, which is the Pteranodon. So this one with the blue head looks fantastic. You can see there's the button on the back to make the wings flap, which is awesome. Looks really funny if you press it too quickly. You've got the legs, which are actually positioned for it to stand, which is something that the Mattel figures don't really do. And you can see it can stand. So Mattel, take notes of that. That right there is awesome. So I'd love to see that on some of the Mattel figures. This one, definitely one that's seen better days, but you can see there is lots of really cool detail throughout the Pteranodon, and it's another really cool figure. Next we are... Sorry guys, I'm getting distracted. I'm really, really enjoying doing this video with all of you. Next we're going to go with the JP Velociraptor. So I think this might be the tiger stripe one from the Lost World, I'm not sure. I believe it was the classic JP one because it's got the JP logo just there, but let me know which version this is. You can see we have got the underbelly paint, the stripes, the paint for the face, the eye, all looks really, really cool. And then this one, you have the play feature where if you pull, I think that was the arm, yeah, you can make it go, maybe not, or was it the leg? It might be in the leg, yeah, what was it? It doesn't quite seem like it wants to trigger now, but I almost got it to do it a minute ago. You can make it do a biting motion essentially. So there's that. Like I say, do let me know what your favourite figure from this haul is in the comments below. Would be really, really interested to read that. Next up, we have got the Jurassic World Ceratosaurus. And this, I think, is one of the best looking Jurassic World figures I have seen. It looks absolutely gorgeous from a paint app's perspective. Don't get me wrong, the sculpt isn't fantastic, but there is some seriously cool paint on this one. Again, just unfortunately has got those screw holes. But the Ceratosaurus, I know people who had the line said that this figure was a highlight. You can get it to do a chomping action. And definitely one of the coolest Jurassic World figures I think I've seen from the Hasbro line. Okay, we've got 5 left, which is good because I think I am close to passing out in this heat. Next, we have got the JP3 version of the trike. So you can see we've got those white dots on the crest. You've got some cool paint apps for it still. You've got the exposed ribs, the JP3 on the thigh, and then just some pretty cool weathering type paint apps really. This one looks like it possibly had a audio play feature. Obviously it's not going to work on this figure currently. The tail feels quite rubberized, and you've got a cool looking version of the trike if you missed the Jurassic Park line. Jurassic Park 3 had you covered. It just would be an injured trike all of the time, and that looks very painful. And there is actually, as you can see just there, a little button hidden there that I assume would be for a sound effect. So, very cool trike. We then are going to go for the Pachycephalosaurus. And this one is wicked. That play feature is so fun. You can see the crest looks fantastic, the eye really pops. You've got some white paint for the bony type crest. Some nice greens on this figure. The interesting, like, almost yellow JP logo. And just a really great rendition of the Pachycephalosaurus. I actually really, really like this one. I don't know what it is about it, because proportionally it's a bit weird. But I think the way the head is positioned and the way the play feature works is just a really, really cool toy. So that is the Pachycephalosaurus. And then next on our list, we have got the Arctic version of the Spinosaurus, I believe. As you can see just here. And this, I love the choice to go for this like white colour scheme for the base of the figure. You've got the exposed ribs. You've got this gorgeous reddish like hue on the figure's neck. You don't have jaws that shut, unfortunately. You've got the paint app for the claws still. The JP3 logo and this really, really rich sculpting for the legs. And then this gorgeous like metallic blue in the sail. It's a really, really cool figure. And then next up we have got the Apatosaurus, also a JP3 figure, as you can see just here. You can, if I get it in focus, make its tail swing by moving the leg like that. You can see we have got some battle damage just there, and you've got this really nice blue and white colour scheme which looks fantastic. You've got the head there. The head almost looks more like a Brachiosaurus. I've been calling this an Apatosaur, but I wonder if it is a Brachiosaur. Obviously it's not in scale, whatever it is, but it just looks really, really great. And then last but not least for this epic haul, we have got the Juvenile Tyrannosaurus Rex. And this is just so surreal to me, even holding this. Holding a figure that's this kind of like rubberized Jurassic Park T-Rex is awesome. Really, really fantastic figure. Absolutely love the colour scheme on this one. Love the fact that the dino damage is 3-dimensional, so you get those actual ribs in there and you can poke them and play around. Probably make the dinosaur bite you if you're not careful. You've got all of the great underbelly paintwork and some really, really good sculpting in the under side of the tail, which we don't see in many Mattel figures, I feel. And just a really phenomenal sort of centerpiece to any collection. If you couldn't get the Red Rex, I imagine you would be quite happy with this toy. And you can see on the side that hasn't got the dino damage, looks even better. So absolutely phenomenal action figure. Really, really happy with that one. And now I'm going to begin to bring everything back in. There is a lot of stuff to unpack here, and it's actually been a really, really fun experience getting to learn a little bit more about some of the toy lines that have come beforehand. So for anyone who doesn't really know much about me and my history with the Jurassic franchise, I really started to get into it around Jurassic World. Obviously before that I was into Primeval. At this point in time you should have actually seen a very special Primeval video on the channel not too long ago. So I was a really, really big fan of Primeval. That sparked a love for dinosaurs and then eventually got me into Jurassic Park. So for me, these were not really the toys I grew up with. I grew up with a lot of Primeval action figures, Doctor Who action figures, a lot of Star Wars The Clone Wars particularly, really remember that Hasbro line. So for me, getting to actually go back in time a little bit and really explore some of the toys that people like Jurassic Collectibles, the other person here on the channel grew up with, is really, really special. And it's really, really cool getting to get such a nice snapshot of so many different figures in one video. So I'm really, really grateful to Connor mostly for making this possible and bringing all of these fantastic toys together for me. So you can see we have got a serious menagerie of different dinosaurs on the table, and this isn't even all of them. There's still more I need to bring in. It's just such a awesome assortment of toys. So huge thanks again to Connor Ontology, linked in the description below. Please do check out his social media, he does some awesome stuff. I am so grateful to him for sending me this goodie box essentially of really, really cool Jurassic toys. I really hope that you guys have enjoyed hopefully a trip down memory lane. Hopefully for those of you who have owned these toys before, it's been nice seeing somebody who's never experienced them getting to experience them, and I really hope that might have brought back some positive memories of the toy line and your time with the toys for you as well. So as always guys, really, really appreciate you checking out this video. Please do like, favourite and subscribe, especially if you're enjoying these older Kenner style videos, because I've done a couple of them now. If you're liking them, let me know, and I will happily try and do more. I will look for more job lots like this in the future that I can unbox with you. With all of that said guys, I've been Tom, and as always, take care and have a great week.